Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. And this time round, please allow me to use English so that whatever I'm explaining is able to come out in a way that I want. I warned hustlers early in advance and told them the heaven you were promised during the campaigns, it's turning out very soon to be hell. I remember vividly telling hustlers from this platform, and I will never tire to tell you, the better you agree to the reality on the ground, the better for your life. You sang in your topmost voices that freedom is here. But I want to tell you, it is the beginning of slavery. That you have to accept. People promised you enormous. They gave you enormous promises during the campaigns. But I think some people were like, okay, this is the people we have been looking for in this country. They are now in government. They launched their manifesto, and in that manifesto, I remember very well how it was marred with abuses to the outgoing regime, the Uhuru Kenyatta government. It was a conference that was boiling, if I remember, if I can use that term. The people who watched the manifesto that Kenya Kwanza unveiled, the tone at which the sitting president was using, it was a bold tone. But let me tell you, they are coming into terms that yes, these things weren't easy as we thought. The president has now officially announced that he will be scrapping part of his manifesto in a move to cut some expenses from the exchequer. He has announced today, he has told Kenyans, gentlemen, I'm sorry. I know this is not good news to you, but I have to do it. We must delay some of the projects. That is his words today. He has clearly said, and this message was directed to the hustlers who are out here waiting for hustler fund, waiting for free internet in counties, who are out here waiting for the cost of fuel to come down. Ruto has simply told them, gentlemen, I am sorry. And I think he has heed to my advice. I thank God because my advice on this platform is now working. You remember those people who follow me, you remember previously advising the president to come out in public and tell Kenyans, gentlemen, we are sorry, we cannot deliver whatever we promised. Wale mnaonifuata mnakumbuka vizuri video hii yangu nikimwambia Ruto kwamba tafadhali William Ruto, ni wakati uje in public and tell Kenyans, sorry gentlemen, whatever I promised, I can't deliver. I thank God because he has exactly done so today. He has come out in public and told Kenyans, sorry gentlemen, this is bad news, this is difficult for you, I know it's unbearable, but I have no otherwise. I have to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. I'll be forced to scrap some of the projects from our manifesto for us to rescue the economy of this country. I said I will be here to keep the government in check. And I'm a proud man because some of my advice is being used to run government. You know, it doesn't cost you anything when you say sorry. when you say sorry, it heals your heart. It removes guilty conscience. It removes questions from the people. When you say sorry, I thought I could do this, but ladies and gentlemen, I can't. It's healthy to do that. So, wale mlimba tupangwingwi, sasa ndio mumeanza kupangwa. Zile vitu ambazo you were promised during the campaigns, some of them will be scrapped off. And the president has said he is going to scrap off up to 300 billion. 300 billion. You know 300 billion in how much? If the Hustler Fund was costing 50 billion. And I foresee something. Mimi ninaona maneno hapa mbele. Huenda hiyo Hustler Fund hata itakuwa. Just wait and see. In my next video, I am coming to analyze why the Hustler Fund might be scrapped off. It might. I'm not saying it will, but I'm saying from the look of things. Najua Waswahili wanasema dalili ya mvua ni mawingu. From the look of things, gentlemen, you might not even have that Hustler Fund. Things are tough. Things are hot in government. Things are enormous. The elephant is in the room. The elephant is in the room. It is in bedroom. Na imeweka kinyezi mlangoni. There's no way. There's no, first, can we listen to the president? This is his remarks today.
That our borrowing is now in the region of almost 8 trillion. And we are now spending almost 60% of our revenues on paying debt. That's not a very good place to be. I don't want to say you have urged us on to borrow more because you need a place to invest your savings. But I also want us to agree, because I undertook to the people of Kenya that we have to relook at our debt situation as a country. And that is the reason why I have instructed the Ministry of Finance to work with all the other ministries so that we can shave off 300 billion shillings from this budget of this year. It's not a simple assignment. It's not an easy thing to do, but I promise you we will do it because it's the right thing to do. We will have to delay some of the projects we have. We will have to postpone some of them. We will have to relook at some of the interventions. I have seen reports that we have slowed down on trips abroad and many of the other things, and made sure that we are removing the fat from our budget. I promise you, because I will not be the president that will continue the journey of taking our country into debt. It's going to be a difficult choice, but I don't see an option. We just have to make those choices. So, and we are going to rationalize the budget and be able to look at what else we can do even next year. I have also given instructions to the Ministry of Finance that yes, we will go to the market, and if we find that in the market we cannot find money at 10%, we will go back and relook at other sources. It's not possible for us to borrow at beyond 10%. Anything 12, the last borrowing that we did was at 14%. That is unacceptable. And that's the trajectory we are going. I don't know whether it is good news for you. I don't know whether it is bad news, but that's where we are going. I'm sorry, gentlemen and ladies, because this is your country as well. I don't think anyone seated here would approve us to continue borrow and take our country to debt in a way that is not sustainable. True or not true? Yeah? So we have to balance things out. I know high interest rates are good for your members, but this is also your country. So if your country goes the wrong way, you have no other country to live in. This is the only country you have, unless there are people here with dual citizenship.
From the speech you've listened, there are things I want to tell you. One, the president has come into terms that it's very hard for him to deliver all he promised during the campaigns. He has accepted the reality and he has publicly apologized to the citizens of this country. Number two, the president is coming into terms that you cannot stop borrowing. It's not even next to impossible. It is impossible. As much as he's saying, he will be a president who will not drive Kenya into debt. But remember, IMF has already approved 29 billion. And they are pushing another loan from World Bank. Hiyo ni nini? Hiyo si ni madeni. And let me tell you, there is no avenue, there is no country that will lend you below 10%. Please forget about it. Hii amesema tu kuwafurahisha. But there is nowhere you can get a loan even from China. In fact, interest inazidi kupanda. These things is in the news. You just go Google. Don't be carried as a stupid person. Go and Google. Find the truth. Interest rates zimepanda. You cannot run Kenya without debt. That is a fake promise. Dead on arrival. Number three. What is coming out from the speech is Ruto is accepting that borrowing was necessary for the previous regime, because we remember he criticized borrowing sana. But I thank God is coming into terms that borrowing is necessary for you to run a country. Lastly, the president is coming into terms that gentleman and is accepting that hustlers, is warning in advance that the hustlers prepare for tougher times ahead. I have been telling you here, and I'm happy because it's now coming out from the president himself. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.